For those of you joining us on the stream, once again, the all singing, all dancing version of this show is going to happen from 10 o'clock, where you'll be able to see our beautiful, beautiful faces live on camera. We have got the hot seat action for you as well later on in the day. Come finals time, every time a winner takes to the top spot in the leaderboard in their particular category in their final, they will take to the hot seat and stay in that hot seat until they are usurped from that position by another rider. Camera on their face, capturing every single minutiae of their reaction. Here we go. Kieran Smith.
Kieran kicking things off with a lovely Pete Rose. Oh no, unfortunately Kieran just going down on that first kicker hit, but not a problem for Young Gun as we still have one more run in the bag.
Kieran, you're all right, buddy. Come on in. You know what? Having two really good runs is a waste. You only need one. So we're moving on from Kieran Smith to Patryk Wojek from Poland. Kid's got skills. We're about to see them in play. Here we go. Team Poland, let's hear your cheers for this young lad. Goes left foot forward. Chromo, thank you very much, goes backhand off, then passes the handle into that late frontside 360. 180 on, 270 back the other way, then another 270, hops on backboard, 270 across, 90 out. That was tight.
Now moving into air trick section, kicking things off with a lovely back mob into a crypt to the outside, prepping for features fairway. Coming into this, Andy Culp, right foot forwards on his heels, goes. Oh, nose press, lovely frontside 3 out. Oh no, doing very similar hit to what happened yesterday in his first run in the quarterfinals, where unfortunately just having those buttery fingers and it just slipped out.
It was a little bit of that, but it's a little bit of him landing and then getting straight on his toe edge for the Thistle Fourth Screen C and B feature, and it's so tightly packed that the riders are almost thinking about the next hit before they finish that one they are in at that moment, and I think that was the undoing of Patryk right there.
Yeah, that's right. It's definitely a tight course. There's not much time from obstacle to obstacle, but we move on to...
Gauthier Chapelon on the water right now. Back 7 to get him going. Roll to revert into corner number 1. Coming back round into that left foot forward position. 180 on. 270 back, 90 out. Right foot forward for a smooth move from that feature to the next. Locks in on that hard way. 270 all over the nose. Dropping the heel side edge. Hammer. Oh, 315. Gauthier Chapelon getting all into it from an early start. Toe side roll to revert. Nice and easy. Little poppy air invert. Front lip on the nose, 270 bagel. Coming across, left foot forward, board slide, lip slide, 270 bagel the other way, nicely done. Coming round in front of us now, he's going to go toe side again for the chrome mode. We're thinking, oh, that was weird, almost hopping a little bit of air before that last little dig. Give it up for Gauthier Chapelon from France.
Going all guns blazing on run number 1. Hopefully getting himself a nice, strong score before we... our next rider from France, we have Hugo Ansel. I believe one of 2 riders from the whole competition throwing an inside toe side blind judge, which I cannot wait to see again. He's so lofty with that. And then a lovely grab on that roll to revert before corner 1. And then front side approach, 50-50, going 2 side, but getting a little bit hung up on that rainbow Thomas Garden rail. So not a problem for Hugo. Is it like... just like Kieran, he has another run in the bag. Moving on, we have Lukas Verbeschki from Germany. So as our other semi-finalist categories, top 3 riders going through 2 runs as per normal, as we've been doing.
So if you're tuning in at home on the YouTube live stream, you are getting the panoramic view, but obviously that is the wrong scoreboard up on your screen. That is from last night, so we're going to get that removed shortly. We've changed positions. Maddie and I have moved from our original posting to down here, dockside, so we're in the thick of the action for the big feed coming later on.
So now kicking things off, we have Team Germany. Lucas coming in hard, toe side, backside 720. So no, this is Lucas. So coming with a backboard from the inside, going over to front board, and then Pretzel out, getting a front board the other way on the Sparkerson 2 down rail. Lovely 3-1-3 as he kicks things off in the air trick section, staying left foot forwards now for a lovely back mode, but just popping the handle, so everyone's struggling a little bit with their first runs. Clearly the pressure is getting the worst of them. But we're going to be moving on to our running order, which is going to consist of, I don't know, as I don't have the Wi-Fi, is just a little bit lagging.
Go the front page. Sorry? And the running order is underneath you. No semi-finals, so they'll change order. Yeah, that's what I mean. You've got to wait for the results. So I'll get it up on my...
Sorry guys, just a small technical difficulty whilst we're going to wait for the results to come in, and that is going to determine our running order for our second runs here at 2 Cable Park for our first Group A in our junior men's semi-finalists. Without the running order in front of me, I can only assume Kieran Smith will probably be our first rider off the dock, just taking a little bit of a fall on that Pete Rose off the dock. So let's make some noise for Kieran Smith now, representing Team GB, coming out on the water. Kicking things off, okay, so choosing to go a bit of a different hit from that Pete Rose to hopefully solidify himself a place in the finalists later on today. So Kieran, lovely backside 5 to kick things off. In the backboard, transfer across, 270 out. So back, coming 50-50, getting that backboard and then 270 out. Lovely half cab to the inside. Now moving round corner 3, a lovely Bel Air. Whipping it round, staying left foot forwards now as we approach the Andy Colt feature. So front board, handle pass to front lip, Pretzel back 270 out. Lovely back lip. Oh no, Kieran Smith putting his hand up, letting us know he's okay. Locking in on that back lip, just unfortunately not quite getting that 270 out. So commiserations to young gun Kieran Smith over there. Unfortunately not quite making it round to his last air check, but nonetheless getting a sick run up until that point. Up next, then, we have Hugo Ansel, our next rider off the dock, Team France.
Right, this one is shit, we know.
All right, guys and girls, let's show some support for Hugo Ansel now as he hits the water. Kicking things off, what are we going to see? Left foot forward, hard, heel side, progressive edge, backside, 720, stomping that land and squeezing a lovely tail grab, roll to revert to the outside. Now, front side approach, 50-50, two hard way, 270, staying left foot forwards, just that 90 out. Backside, 360 all the way over the rail of the Sparkerson 2 rail. And then a lovely back roll to kick things off. Now coming round, huge front flip with a lovely tail grab on that. So left foot forwards, 50-50, getting onto the top rail and then popping a front 3 down, reverse firecracker. Left foot forward, toe side, front board, bringing it round to front lip, pretzel back to out. Nice work from Hugo. And in rounding things off, we are going to see Hugo nearly going down on that toe side blind judgment, managing to hold on. So not quite as clean on that toe side blind judge as we have seen in prior qualification rounds, but nice work nonetheless from Hugo. So Kieran Smith, unfortunately, going down in his second run, but currently sitting pretty in the third with a 27.33. Patrick Wujek in second place with a 33, and Gautier Chapelon with a strong score of 64. And now up we have David Eriksson on the water. Big old KGB to kick things off, stomping that landing. No butt check. So left foot forwards to this Wake Pro rail. So front side 180 on. Pretzel 360 out. That's a nice hit. Right foot forwards, getting that front lippage. 270 out. Rocking into air trick section for a lovely back roll. Back to back. What are we going to see? A half gap to the inside. Staying left foot forwards now. Toe side approach to this Andy Culp. Love this hit. So goes nose press, locking in. And then a frontside 360 out, squeezing a backside 360, and getting the full pull on that whale tail rail. So that's a nice hit from David. Rounding things off, what are you going to see? A back, just going down like the speed of light. So let's make some noise for David Eriksson of Sweden. Up next, Team Germany, Lukas Rebuschki, as he awaits the green light from the results to come through from our judges. Judges have been doing a stellar job all week, so props to those guys putting in the hard work. And of course, all the media team, the 2 Cable Park, and everyone else behind the scenes who you just do not see. But props to you guys for working so hard and putting and hosting us such an amazing event here at 2 Cable Park in Denmark for the IWWF Youth and Senior Wakeboard Weight Skate European African Championships. For all right now, so kicking things off again. So Lukas now coming in, toe side, backside, 540, but just getting hung up on that toe back 5-second handle pass and taking a pretty gnarly back edge. So it's going to be run number 1 from Lukas, unfortunately with a 26.33. So unfortunately, young gun Lukas isn't going to be making his way into the finals, as well as Kieran Smith and David Eriksson. So that now solidifies Patrick Wojek, Hugo Ansel, and Gutierre Chapelon. You guys will be making your way into the finals. And now Patrick Wojek out on the dock, super style rider. Love this. So gets the indie grab and the front row, and then late frontside 360. A very unique way of doing that chromobe. Staying left foot forward, outside in, backside approach, but frontside 180 on, and then getting the pretzel 2 and spinning out. Love that. So goes pot ollies onto the flat box and then 270 to the rail. Lovely back row. So throwing good composition, changing his runs up. Big old blind judge out of corner 3. Now rocking into features fairway. Patrick goes right foot forwards on his heels. Love this. Okay, so we saw him get taken out by that 360. He thought, you know what? Hey, I'm going to just take it nice and safe. I want to solidify my place in the finals, and that's exactly what he has done. And a lovely, clean, majestic front to blind. So let's make some noise for Patrick Wojek. Super sick rider from young Polish rider Patrick Wojek. So Gutierre still sitting pretty in the hot spot number 1 with a strong score of 64 from run number 1. So this is going to be our last rider of this category, Group A Junior Men's, which we will be moving on to our second Group B, which consists of Cav Bull, Maximilian Bamler, Albin, Louis Egerich, Axel Paget, Camille Chateau. Damn, that's a fiery heat. So, Gutierre out on the water, hillside, backside, 720. So consistent the whole competition with that back 7. Love that. Squeezing in a back mob. Oh my God, how did he get away with that? So coming, squeeze 2 air tricks before his first rail hit obstacle. Now moving as we go across. Oh, huge 3-1-5. Kicking things off over. Oh no. So clearly, I think Gautier just getting in a little bit of practice ready for his final runs, because he's already in the top speed, regardless of taking that crash over there. So it's just a nice, safe run for him with not so much pressure, where he thought, you know what, hey, I'm going to take a little bit of practice, get this line, get this run locked in for the finals, which will be kicking off later on today. So make sure you stay tuned in, because today is going to be a fiery, fiery day. So many riders competing, and we've now narrowed it down to our semi-finalists and our finalists of both our wakeboard, wake skate, junior men's, under 14, boys and girls, masters and veterans here at Two Cable Park. So stay tuned in, guys. Get logged into the live feed we have on Two Cable Park YouTube channel. Please, guys, we want to get so many viewers, so many shares, so many people getting involved. And don't be shy to get involved in the live chat. Me and Maddie are going to be on the other end of it, receiving your comments. So let's show some support, show some love.
Strong hand.
When you do it on mine, because I've got the pop socket, you can hold it better. Pop your socket.
Nice. Post that shit. And maybe tag your old Maddie occasionally. Yeah, those comments that have come in just letting us know what's up with the live feed. We do realize that at the start of the feed we had the wrong running order up and scores up for the semi-finals of our junior men. Here we go, Cavan Bull. Up on the water now. You can see there's our running order. Oh, so Cavan Bull was our first rider off the dock, going for that 7 that we saw him lock in day out throughout the week. That's going to be a very low score to start things off. We're going to move on. This is semi-final number 2 for our junior men. Battling it out for a place in the final. If we look at our running order right here, for you guys at home. Yeah, so those of you joining us at home, if you joined in at the start of this feed, we are just doing this feed for the first half an hour of proceedings before we get to 10 o'clock, where we get into finals time, where we're going to start zooming in on all the action. I know what they're most upset about, Maddie. They can't see us. Yeah, that's what they're getting a little bit upset about. They haven't been able to see us just yet.
I mean, inevitably, that's understandable.
Yeah, that is understandable. We're so sorry. But you'll get us to see us soon, and the riding, potentially more importantly. Right. Here we go with Maximilian Bamler. Is that number 10? Yeah. The German kid getting things going off on the left-hand kicker, coming around in front of us now on the first straight. There are the results for Cavan Bull.
So Maximilian getting that front side 50-50 onto this Barkerson 2, and then a big old backboard, kicking things off with a roll to blind in that air trick section. Monumentous 315, managing to hold on to that tension as it rocks round corner 4 to Features Fairway. 270 on, brings it round front lip, 270 back out. Love that, going front side 450 to the down rail of that Tistelfusk ring rail, and rounding off with one last air check is going to go a huge backside 315, getting out the way of the carrier.
Yeah, I love
nice
the panic
work.
in his face just looking at that rope coming right at him. Okay, Max, is that the biggest air we have seen this week or not, Manny? That 315 in the corner. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Yes,
goddamn
ridiculous.
Oh my God. And the backside 313 was absolutely huge on this inside. Not an easy trick to be getting locked in on the
Just about
in.
keeping his butt cheeks off the water for that trick. Right, we're not going to have time to go for the results. So we're going to go on to our next rider, which is Albin Buckeneck.
Oh, just popping the handle on the Mobe 540. So unfortunately, Albin is going to have to be going all guns blazing on run number 2. Which means we'll be sending our next rider, Louis Egerich from Belgium. Guy's got some serious skills. We've seen him on the water so much this year. This prior week to the competition. Page. Oh no, Louis, sorry, kicking things off with a lovely toe side, backside 540, squeezing in back mode before corner 1, staying left foot forward, front side 180 on. Pretzel 2 out, hard way, might I just add. Right foot forwards on the toes, getting the rewind. A little bit of a hand drag, but managing to get the full pull on that rail. Oh my gosh, that front mobe out of corner 2. Big old toe side Rayleigh as we come around corner 4 now, approaching Features Fairway. Andy Kolb on his heels. Back lip, front lip, bringing it round, and then Pretzel 2 out. Right foot forwards, toe side, backside 450, full pull, might I just add. And then rounding things off, inside, heel side. Big, backside 313, so Louis Egerich really going all guns blazing on run number 1. Kid's got some serious talent. Up next, we have our Open Men second placed Axel Page, taking number 2 earlier this week against the top riders of our competition. And now also in the semi-finals here at 2 Cable Park in our junior men's Group B. 2 groups of semi-finalists, 3 riders making it through to our finals later on today.
So once again, for those of you joining us this morning on the live stream, you are watching a wakeboard semi-final for our junior men's semi-final number 2. Oh.
Axel Page kicking things off with a lovely toe side backside 7, followed by the S-bend into the corner, but just missing out on the grab. That's quite uncharacteristic from Axel, as we've seen that trick on lock whole competition. Love this. So goes toe back 2, getting this the indie grab and then rewinding it back to back lip. Oh my gosh, just dropping down from the sky with a lovely 3-1-3. And there's the toe side roll to revert. Rocking round corner 4 as we go to the pig is what the Danish have been calling it.
Well, the Danish word for it sounds way better.
So front side 180, getting the 270. That's a clean hit. Nice. So it goes 270, brings it back to front lip. Pretzel 2 out. And then a big old S-mode stomping the landing. Axel Page going all guns blazing from run number 1. So sick to see.
How do you do that last? We calling it S-mobe or front mobe? S-mobe, front? I think
It's
front
like
mobe.
Front mode?
Front mobe. Either way, how
Okay.
do you do that so easily? Dropping out of it looks like it's just going to be a big old grab front.
And so
then just
consistent as well.
and then dropping out of the sky into that frontside 360 on the end of that. Man, that is some ridiculous riding from this kid. Camille Charot having an incredible run, incredible few runs to get him to this point as well. So we've got these two riders in the top, Louis Egerix. These three riders, Axel, Louis, they were all riding in the open category. Maximilian Bamler, also the same. So having the riders that were amongst the best in the business in the open category, then battling out the junior men, as is often said, the junior women and the junior men is almost like a mirror of the open categories these days with the level of riding that we're seeing. Okay, so let's just see if we can get some results up. For those fast runs in the semifinals, they will be switcherooing the order round. But before they get there, his first runs down. Camille Charot, back 720 to get him going. Mobe 5 straight out the blocks after that. That is ridiculous to squeeze those tricks in. 270. Oh, did a little bit of MJ by mistake. Back 180 on after that hop onto the box. 90 out. Left foot forward. He goes. A beautiful roll to blind, getting super stretched out. Locking in that backside 180 so easy. My gosh, that was close to death right there. So it's like a half load. I don't know whether he's going for a 313. Yesterday we saw it and I thought that was a 313, but he stayed on axis. So basically he's just popping a massive 360, which is actually crazy difficult to load the tension in the line that much and stay on axis, because the Raelian wakeboarding is the most natural trick. You dig your board in the opposite direction to the way the pull is taking you. When you release that board, the board wants to disappear behind you. So to keep it with you on that 3 is amazing from Camille Charot. Didn't quite come up that time. Okay, so now is when we get the results up. We are going to have a little look at what the running order is going to be for this second run. I'm going to hazard a guess. Axel Paget will be off the dock last. Louis Egerix or Maximilian Bamler, second to last and through and through. Now, Kevin Bull fell early, so it's likely that he is going to be off the dock first. Man, the results are just not working. Names are working. Oh, I apologize to Louis Egerix. Look at that. So, the man who got a place on the podium in the open category, Axel Paget, in fact, second place, has been pipped by the Belgian rider Louis Egerix. So that is going to fluff Louis Egerix's feathers somewhat, giving some serious confidence moving into the next round. We know Axel Paget. We saw him just miss the grab on the end of that S into the corner out of the kicker hit. So hey, we saw Axel Paget step it up, didn't he? He was out of the running in the finals of the Open Men, and then his second run pass squeezed him into that second place spot, which is incredible. So out of all the riders there, we know that Mr. Paget can step it up. But amazing work from Louis Egerix. Maximilian Bamler, the youngster in the pack, is in third place. Those three riders, as you can see on your screens at home, as defined by that white line below Maximilian, are our qualifiers as it stands. Kevin Bull and Albin Berkerek, those two guys falling on their first tricks, so it's not surprising that they got a low score. Camille Charot, also much room for improvement. We know he's got it in the tank. So it is
kicking things off. He gets the Mode 540 this time. A little bit wobbly, but managing to ride it out, kicking off his run. So backside 360, transfer to landing 50-50 from Albin. Front lip, pretzel 2. That's a nice hit, getting the full pull to the end of the rail. Moving on with a big old back Mobe off the water this time. Lovely grip to the outside, prepping himself for a right foot forward heel side approach to this Andy Culp rail. So he goes onto the flat box, popping up 50-50 onto the top ledge, and then front 3 out. Back three out. Oh my gosh. Maybe just getting a little bit stuck on the kicker into the pull gap. Putting his hands up. So thank you, Albin, for letting us know you're A-OK.
Good example for the rest of you riders to follow. Please, please, please remember to put your hand up. Just no matter what happens on your fall, put your hand up just to let us know you are okay. Albin, amazing job, buddy, throughout the course of this event. Unofficially, of course, we're going to say that isn't going to be an improvement on the score from Maximilian Bamler, who sits in third place, which I'm sure Albin will know. So, commiserations to Albin from Sweden. Incredible riding. He's just going to take a walk along the whale tail. Please do not slip out on that, buddy. Oh, making a sensible call, taking a little dive. So, Team Sweden, well done for creating such an incredible ride in the form of that young lad. There's our results. There's our results so far. Albin, it will be an improvement on that score, for sure, but not enough to get him through. We wait for the results to come through from our judges before we send Cavan Bull up the dock. It will make no difference, this score that comes through from Albin, because I'm fairly sure, unofficially fairly sure, that will not be encroaching on the top three spots. So Cavan has got to go all out. And with our new position right next to all the action down here on the dock itself, on the cable dock,
Cav Bull now coming in to this inside kicker. Hillside, front side 540. So wanting to stick the 7, but deciding to play it safe. Getting a full run in the bag, going front 5 this time. So very tactical and strategic. Love that. So he goes front side 180 on. Pretzel 2 hard way. Staying left foot forward. So a lovely transfer to getting a backside 270 out of the down rail on that Sparkerson 2 rail. Then kicking off air trick section. He starts off with a lovely back roll into blind judge. Oh, unfortunately for Cav, taking a fall on that, BJ. And Team GB showing so much support. We love this from Team GB.
And getting the same vibe from all of you teams on the dock when the riders are out. And you know what? Getting the same vibe for every rider out on the water from every single person here on the shore. That is what it is all about. Yes, you're going to squeeze out a little bit more noise out for... I did press it. It's not loving live. Oh, you know what? We need to change it. So, who came in third? Camille? Camille. You just need, I think you need to click another name before the results come in. No, Maximilian was in third. So Albin first, Cameron.
Oh, yeah, okay. Up next then, up front, we have Camille Chaudot. So kick things off, we have Hillside, backside 7. Kicking things off. We have a Hillside, backside 720, and then a Mobe 5 squeezing that in before corner 1. 50-50, hard way, 270. So same hit as we saw from our last rider, ollieing on, but gets a backside 180 to the down roll of that Sparkerson 2 reel. Lovely roll to blind, kicking things off in the air trick section out of corner 2. And then blind judge, so a very similar run to what we've just seen from Albin, who just took that crash. So he goes toe side, front board, handle pass, bringing it back out. Toe side, oh, but not quite getting the full pull on that toe back 270, coming off a little bit early, but rounding things off with a toe side blind judge. That's a lot better from run number 1. So nice work from Camille Chaudot.
So Camille just landing right next to us here. He's going to get a fist pump from us two for sure. That toe side blind judge, that's scary things indeed. So a little bit of frustration on Camille's face. He's probably got an idea as to whether that was enough or not. We're going to pop it back to the results just to see where he comes on that second run. It's going to be an improvement on his first run score. There's the results right there. Camille in 4th place with a score of 22.67. We believe that's going to be improvement, but is it going to get above the 66 dead of Maximilian Bamler? So we wait for the number 2 to pop up, which signifies how many runs each of the riders have partaken in. I don't know about you, Maddie, but I'm excited to dance. I know everyone here is excited to see us dance tonight. It's basically been the buzz. Forget the finals. They're like, oh my God, Eminem the musical.
So we're also Good on the mic, but even better on the dance floor.
Oh, my word. Yeah, can you... that's blowing people's minds. Better on the dance floor than we are on the mic? Oh, my word. Here we go. Max Bamler. So, I think that is a confirmation of our top 3. Oh, my gosh. Front 9 to get things going. He's stepping things up a little bit. 270 on. 270 back. Or 180 back. Then he goes the hoppy doo-dah to that backside 180. After that, off. Then into a left foot forward. Oh, my gosh. That was a heavy yank out in that corner, number 3.
Oh, my God. The size of that 3-1-3. Just love that, how he just drops out of the sky and handles that tension. 270 front lip. Same rotation, 270 out. And then staying left foot forwards for this huge front side 450. Getting the full pull, might I add, on that backboard. And then one last air trick to round things off. Backside 3-1-3 and gets it nice and clean from Maximilian Bamler.
I love that kid's style. So much steez in a 15-year-old rider is ridiculous. So him and Kevin Ball, both 15 years old, youngest riders in the pack in this particular semi-final heat. So let's pop back to results. We know that it is going to be Axel Paget of the water next. Is he going to improve his position here to give him the last spot of the dock in the finals? Confirmation there that after 2 runs, unfortunately, Camille Charot not making it into the top spot. So Max was assured his place when he took to the water. Big scores from these riders. Axel Paget now taking to the water. Louis Eggerich sitting pretty in the top spot. All 3 of these riders will be qualifying into the finals. And those finals will take place very shortly. If you're just joining us on the stream, thank you for joining us on the stream, wherever you are in the world. If you're wondering why we're not zooming in on the action, that's because it's only semi-finals. We're going to be cracking on with the finals and all the up-close, personal, and intimate coverage of this riding. It doesn't even need to pass the last time round. Just scoots the board round. Did he get the grab?
He didn't get the grab. So just the same as run number 1, missing the grab on that S-bend to tail grab.
You see how he popped off the tail on
Brings
that.
that back foot up, adding so much steez. Got such a consistent hit on that toe back 2 Indy Pretzel.
Wow.
Big old 3-1-5. Stomps that landing. No butt check at all. So now, as he comes down corner 3, lovely toe side. Roll to reeve to the outside. And then left foot forwards, 50-50. Front side 3, reverse firecracker down them stairs. And then pops the front side 180 to the outside of the pool, 270. Backboard,
That was
Pretzel
better.
2.
That was better.
A lot better than his first hit. Now, are we going to see this Mobe 540? So, gets the front Mobe.
Yeah,
and
I'm going to call that S. I'm going to call that S.
That
He's
was the
stretched
end.
out. His head was sniffing his armpit. That's an S mode.
Definitely, yeah. The first one is a bit more
little
front-y.
bit of fronty doodah. So if you pull your head up, if you've ever tried to learn an S-bend, and you make the fabled mistake of halfway around upside down when you're laid out, lifting your head up, that's how you land on your head and get a twin boot release and rip the inserts out of your board. I have heard. Yeah, keep that head fixed on your armpit. So maybe wash, because if it's a bit stinky under there, you're probably going to sniff it for the whole way around. That's the reason it happened to me. I just had a funky night in the car. That was it. Okay, is that going to be an improvement on his first run score? Well, the judges will be the judges of that.
Judgy.
Yeah.
So we will be going to our last rider of this heat, Louis Eggerich of Belgium, throwing down a hammer of a first run. Solid, huge backside 3-1-3 to round off his first run. So really looking forward to see how run number 2 is going to go down. Already get the hot spot. Doesn't really need to get any more in the bag. So Louis coming in, toe side, backside, 720 this time, but butt check. I'm managing to hold on. Mobe to the inside of that corner, completely coming on the inside of those boys, getting a hard way, 270, staying same rotation. So lovely toe back 2, but missing out on the grab for that rewind to back lip. Huge S-Mobe to kick things off through corner 2. 9-0-2-1-0. Staying left foot forwards now for a hillside approach for this Andy Colt rail. Back lip, front lip, brings it round. Pretzel 2 out. Nice work. Oh no, popping the handles. But that is not a problem for Louis Eggerich, because he has already solidified his position here in the finals at 2 Cable Park later on today. So make sure you stay tuned in, because today is going to be a banger. that's a wrap for our junior men's semi-finalists. So we have our 6 finalists now after those 2 heats. We will now be moving on to our finals, which means we will have the follow cam. And yes, of course, you'll be seeing our pretty faces on the live stream. We know that's what you're here for. Hiya, here we are. Hey, good to see you guys.
So, that's us. You can see it's Sexy Saturday. That's why we put our shirts on. We have changed locations. We have got, I love the beachy field that we've got for this cold Hawaii inland waterway that is 2 Cable Park. We are, moon position, we are sat on the cable dock or just next to the cable building, if you're wondering exactly where we are. We've got the perfect view of all that is out there, and we are up close, and more up close and personal. I am a little worried if they come in a little bit too hot, we get completely sprayed here. So all riders, please don't coat us here. Or that'll be or the crowd will go wild. There's kind of a wet T-shirt competition this early in the day. So the exciting things about today are not least that it's European and African IWF champs for wakeboard and wastegate finals kicking off right now. And more importantly than that, you're getting to see this. My name's Matt Crowhurst. This guy is
Maddie Branston. Thank you for tuning in and joining us here at 2 Cable Park, Denmark for the finals of our IWWF Youth and Seniors. European and African.
Just saying, you ruined the intro then. I was going to go, I am, and then you go, and he is, and then we go, and we are, and we both say at the same time, Eminem. Hercules. Thanks for joining us. For all of you who stuck with us through the week, you may be a little bit tired of these voices. I am so sorry. Just one more day to persevere with. For those of you who have joined us and joined us on the chat and been throwing some positive, encouraging, sometimes constructive critique in there, thank you. We know that some of the days you've been wanting to see a little bit more action. On the qualifying days, we were never going to be zooming right in on all of the riding. We just had that wide shot, and for you to just turn it on, have our voices on in the background. We are going to be, oh wow, that's a lot of chat that we're going to evoke, and we started early. We got done prematurely again. We are going to be catching all the action in full Technicolor from our How Film crew who have been working so hard. Thank you to Kristen, Miguel, and all the team behind the scenes. They are over there now. They're usually just here on the left. Thank you to our judges. The judges are really upset that we're no longer sat right next to them. The atmosphere over there is going to be far less musical than it has been over the week with us no longer with them. Surely they've got a speaker turned up. They've probably got the headphones in just to listen to us, haven't they? Really? Yeah, I'm sure. So, what we got first out of our finals, Maddie B.
So, kicking off, we've got our under-14 girls, followed by our under-14 boys. Then we're going to be moving on to our veteran men's, followed by our masters ladies, masters men, junior